So finally got on the trail with some friends, but I need a communication system so I can talk to them. I'm going to tell you what I chose, why I chose it, and then we're going to install the antenna and the radio in the cabin of the Bronco. Welcome to the Never Ending Weekend. So I was all prepared to buy the Midland MXT 575 because I was sold on the GMRS system. It seems like those are going to be the most popular going forward. Range is good. That particular radio, the Midland one, has a lot of power at 50 watts. But it really comes down to who you're hanging out with and what do they use. That'll dictate what you're getting. So once you find a group that you like to trail ride with, that will ultimately dictate what you're going to buy to communicate with them. So a lot of groups, especially the ones that have been around for a while, still are using CB. Some groups still use shortwave, but in my particular case, it's CB. So I've decided to buy a CB radio. Maybe I'll look into GMRS later. Who doesn't like a lot of antennas on your vehicle? But for now, it's CB radio. So which CB radio did I go with? I went with the Midland 75822 portable radio. This gives me the option. It comes in a kit with a battery pack so that you can take it out of your truck if you want to. The range obviously is greatly reduced once you're out of the truck because it's relying on the antenna on the actual unit itself. But considering I don't go off-road much, having a dedicated radio and figuring out where to put that handset permanently, even though it would look kind of cool sitting in the rig, I've decided to go this way. Gives me the most flexibility and options in terms of where I put it, how I use it. I'll tuck it away when I'm not using it, and when I use it, I'll just pull it out. So I think I found a good way to do it. I also got the Fire Stick fiberglass antenna. Based on reviews, it seems like it's the best way to go. You know, check into how far above the roof line it should be. People say it should be at least half of it should be past your roof line. So I got a 4-foot stick and just some other accessories I needed to attach it to the Bronco. So let's start the install. So here's the Midland 75822 radio. It has these adapters. This is a 6 AA batteries that go in here for when you want to use it as a handheld. It comes with this 8 AA battery for rechargeable batteries, which I haven't seen in a long time, AA rechargeable batteries, but it comes with a charging cable. So you can use that as well. This is the adapter for when you want to use it in the truck, which connects it to power and a antenna feed. Oh, and this is the antenna for using as a remote radio. So I won't need any of the battery chargers or the remote. Maybe on the day I'll need them, but for now, no. And my bright idea is to connect power just to make it easy so I don't have to run more wires and cable more things. I just use the lighter adapter, and there's one right in here in the mid console, and put it and just plug it straight in there. Have the antenna wire routed from the back to inside here and have it connected in there. And that way I could put it away when I'm not using it. I'll have to find some kind of attachment point when I am on the trail. Maybe it's hanging, maybe it's here. The wire's long enough that it can do that. Or in the meantime, I might just put it in my cup holder. There's also a nice little indent here so you can run the cable out anyway. And then I think that it'll work that way. So let's get it installed. The antenna and routing the antenna cable is going to be the most complicated part of this. But let's go to the back and see how I'm going to run that. Since I have the hammer-built rear tire support system here with the auxiliary adapter, it's made specifically for antenna or flag. So I'll hook up the antenna here and then run the cable behind the spare tire. The third brake light here wires itself through a grommet behind this panel. So I'll pop this panel off, cable, have the antenna cable run through here, through this loom, and because I love fishing cables so much, it looks like I'll do it again. I have to take off this side panel, have the cable run to the middle of the Bronco, bring it through the bottom of the seats and up into the console. So first things first is remove the spare tire. So when you order your stuff from some knowledgeable radio shop, I got all my stuff from Right Channel Radios. They'll tell you what you need, and I got this extension cable for the antenna. I'm going to assume that I put the washers on either side. There's a lock washer on the top. The hole is almost too big. I'm going to find a bigger washer. Okay, I found the perfect washer, but the hole's a little bit too small. I'm going to drill it out. It looks aluminum. I guess we'll find out after a few months of use to see if it rusts, but ooh, it's melting my, that's no good. Wow, hot. Okay, apparently stainless steel is really hard to drill through, and I'm really second guessing my drawer of spare washers and bolts. I should just toss them because I end up going to the store every time I need something specific. Anyways, I got these correct size washers, 3/8 on the inside and 1.5 inches on the outside. I'll probably loop it in here. I love pulling wire. Now I'm just going to poke a hole through this grommet. Just remember when you're done to seal it up with some RTV silicone. So as you can see, I already took off the 2 panels. So pop the left and pull out the right. And the top one, there are hooks on the top. So pull on the bottom and pull it out. But even though I knew that, I still snapped it. So be careful, don't force anything. So here's the entire path from the bracket through the tire carrier into that grommet, through the back panel, taped to the loom that's already there, and then I string it over there, zip tie it to a few existing wires just to keep it out of the way. It's this here, and then I bring it down behind the panels out through the bottom. I'm probably going to zip tie this to something so it stays out of the way of the seat moving back and forth. I popped this cover here that was only just screw. I holds this down, I guess, and I drill a hole that comes out through the bottom of there. This is the floor of the console, so I'll tidy up a little hole so it looks nice and neat. And I'll cut out a little part of this panel here so that it covers nice as well. We'll wire it all up and see how it goes. So it's all cabled up now. That's the inside of the center console, just the antenna now. So I got the 4-foot antenna because 2/3 of it has to be higher than your roof. So it's the mount, then the spring, the quick disconnect, and then the antenna. Connect, disconnect, you just push down, twist, and then you take it off. I'm sure I'm gonna knock this in a garage somewhere, parking garage somewhere, forgetting to take it off, but there you go. It's a bit of flux in the bracket, but looks pretty good. Now that the antenna is on, without really reading the manual, I don't know what to do exactly, but looks like it gets power. I'll play around with it, figure it out. Looks like it all works. Have a great weekend, everyone.